Necrotizing cylometaplasia is an uncommon disorder that typically affects the minor salivary gland of the palate. So, most common site is the palate. Although rarely may involve other sites and sometimes very rarely major salivary glands can be involved. It presents typically as palatal swelling, necrotizing, which break down and giving rise a localized irregular ulceration which seem to be malignancy. Lesion can be large up to 5 cm in diameter and can give rise to local paresthesia or anesthesia. However, they generally heal within 4 to 90 days. Affected patient may have systemic feature like pyrexia, chills, and malaise. Despite some extensive area of ulceration, bony involvement is very rare. There have been rare reports of airway obstruction or excessive bleeding with the hypovolemia due to large area of metaplasia. So, if these ulcerations are very large, more than 5 cm up to 5 cm, leading to systemic presentation of pyrexia, chills, and malaise. Like this picture, you can see this is the necrotizing cylometaplasia, which seem to be irregular necrotizing ulceration seem to be just like malignancy. The necrotizing metaplasia is thought to arise from local ischemia, possibly caused by direct trauma from the denture or teeth, or maybe part of anorexia nervosa. These local trauma lead to the formation of ulcer and leading to this necrosis and ultimately forming the necrotizing metaplasia. Other common associated high risk may be alcohol, tobacco smoking, upper respiratory tract infections, allergic disease, oral intubation, and other surgical procedure and sometime in the sickle cell disease are the high risk factor for development of cylometaplasia. This necrotizing cylometaplasia. These cylometaplasia clinically related may be malignancies like squamous cell carcinoma, mucoepidermoid carcinoma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Necrotizing cylometaplasia is characterized histopathologically by acinar necrosis with squamous metaplasia of the ductal epithelium. This latter feature underlines the possible diagnostic confusion between necrotizing cylometaplasia and squamous cell carcinoma. So, on histology, there is acinar necrosis with squamous metaplasia of the ductal epithelium. Necrotizing cylometaplasia is usually self-limiting disease. However, biopsy is needed to rule out the malignancy. And for treatment, you have to remove the causative factor like smoking, alcohol, or denture, or any systemic disease like sickle cell disease should be ruled out. Necrotizing cylometaplasia is necessary to learn and just seems like squamous cell carcinoma on the palate. So it is very interesting to know about necrotizing cylometaplasia. It is self-healing ulcerative inflammatory reaction of the unknown etiology. Precipitating factor local trauma leading to vascular compromise typically arise from minor salivary gland and 77% of cases involve the palate. It's mostly common in the palate. Most cases present with unilateral painful ulceration and surrounding area of swelling that clinically stimulate a malignancy such as squamous cell carcinoma, mucoepidermoid carcinoma, lesion typically less than 2 cm. On histopatho examination by doing punch biopsy of this lesion, you can see lobar necrosis and cyeloadenitis mixed with the squamous metaplasia of excretory duct and acini, which pseudoepitheliomatous hyperplasia is usually associated with surface epithelium. In histopathological examination, you can find these findings. Treatment is it's self-resolving or healing takes place within 3 to 6 weeks. May find with squamous carcinoma, so close follow-up is necessary. You can see this lesion on the palate. It's mostly unilateral and less than 2 cm in size, and it is self-resolving. So it's all about necrotizing silometaplasia.